Hey, hello everybody, this is Chaos with Chaos Esports Productions, bringing you another Bronze to Masters League Series game. Today we're going to be looking at a PvZ build order Bronze to Masters League Series game here on Overgrowth Ladder Edition. And actually, this video we're going to be doing a little bit different since we are playing against a Zerg player. We are going to talk a little bit about what the Zerg player does and some of the mistakes that he makes, and as well as some of the mistakes I make. And kind of explain how this game goes. So this game actually went really well for me. Pretty much planned out exactly how I thought it would as I was pushing out with my first probe to lay down my proxy pylon. So it'll definitely be a nice little watch. Now, as far as the build order is concerned, we are going to be doing the I would call it standard. It's basically a gateway expand Naniwa style, where you hold off on your second gas for a fair amount of time before you start getting things rolling with your second base. So I said good luck, have fun. He did not, so I'm thinking, okay, he might be cheesing. So I went ahead and went for the 12 gateway just to be sure, and I'm going to go ahead and send my probe out to do a little bit of scouting. Generally speaking, I can avoid this completely with this build, but just in this case where, you know, you say good luck, have fun, and your opponent doesn't really say anything back, you're just like, it better be safe. So gonna send that out, and gonna be getting our assimilator at 14, and then get our second pylon at 15, and then 3 guys are immediately going to go into gas to get that rolling, and things are looking good and well in the world. So with our probe, we are going to be coming over here. The main things we want to look for are gas timing. Gas timings are going to basically tell us whether or not he's going for relatively early speed. If he is going to definitely be a lot more aggressive than if he was only just if he was going gasless like he is. So with this, we have a good feeling that he's going to be potentially going for a relatively early third. With that said, we're going to send this probe back to go build our Nexus, continue chrono boosting out probes, and we're going to focus on getting our expansion up as quickly as possible. So I'm going to send that back. We'll go ahead and speed it up just a little bit just to get things moving. So at this point, you know, our Zerg opponent really hasn't done anything too unnormal. I got to get a couple lings out, start getting his queens, as well as he is going to take a really fast third, as we mentioned before. So this is kind of the first thing or mistake that I would say that he has. So he planted down this third base when his overlord really hasn't scouted anything, and his 2 lings are just now moving out. So he has really no idea whether or not they went forge first or gateway first. And generally speaking, if you see an opponent going for a forge first, you know that, hey, I've got plenty of time to get that third base down and get my defenses up to deal with any type of like early push. So lings are going to come across the field, and they will actually scout me planting down the gateway in the forge. So he should realize that I did go for a gateway first, and should probably take some precautionary measures against that. Pretty standard stuff going down. Going to get a third gateway. We're going to go ahead and start +1. I really like doing a +1 timing push. I find it to be very effective, especially against somebody who does go for that really fast third. So we're just going to continue on probing up, get our cannon for defenses, and then we're also and we're going to be getting out a zealot to deal with defenses and whatnot, make sure nothing's going on. Now we are going to go ahead and send our probe across the map. We have about, I don't know, 60-ish seconds on +1. We'll happily send this guy over here. Now he's checking on my third, just to be aware of how quickly I'm taking that third and kind of what's going on. But we're going to go ahead and lay down a couple proxy pylons in a couple nice positions. We will go ahead and slow it down right now because first warp-ins are going to happen. Now, these 3 zealots are going to go straight into the naturals, see what's up. Normally speaking, your opponent would have at least 1 spine crawler to help defend this, and you would not want to push all the way as far as I do. I do manage to actually get his queen down really low. And basically I'm okay just planting down some more proxy pylons, make sure I've got enough supply. And we do end up taking out the first queen. The second queen will also go down pretty easily. Now, at this point, he doesn't have any defenses. I mean, it's 830. He hasn't really gotten, I don't think he actually, yeah, I don't think upgrades, well, yeah, he did not get speed. So he is just now planning down his Roach Warren, which is kind of a no-no. But the main issue that I saw with his build was he went straight for his lair, as opposed to, usually the 2 Evo chambers go down at roughly the same time as the Roach Warren. You start your +1/+1, then you get your lair, and then you start into Roach production. But since he kind of switched up the order, went for his lair first rather than his Roach Warren's really, really late, and he's not able to defend this type of push. So we get in here fairly straightforward and pretty much just, you know, kind of take out the natural. Really don't lose anything. He's not building any units. He's starting to build more spine crawlers. And overall, we're just in a really, really dominating position. Now, as far as behind this, we're going to go ahead, once everything is like set up and we've gotten our gateways and we're starting our push, that's when we usually plant down our robotics facility. And then we do add on 1 extra gas. Now, we'll come in here and do a little bit of pushing fancy stuff. But basically back home, we're just getting upgrades. We're not really continuing probe production at this point, just because at this point we've kind of taken out the natural, which is usually a pretty good indicator that the rest of the match is kind of over. But just as precautionary measure, we're going to go ahead and get some extra gates, since we are soaring high on monies. And now the rest of this game is kind of played a little sloppily. I kind of was like, well, I've won. When is he going to leave? Kind of deal, which generally not the best approach. But just going to continue on warping in stuff, trying to get as many units dead as possible. I probably should have warped in over here originally and gone straight into the 3rd base rather than re-warping in from here. But yeah, at this point, we're feeling pretty good, and we're just going to continue on getting Immortal production. I think we even started, yeah, we haven't started the shields yet, but overall, we're just in a pretty dominating position and able to get in here and do everything that we need to. So overall, general build order, get gateway at 12 of 13, 14, 15 type assimilator, get up our 2nd pylon, get our natural, our cybernetics core once the gateway's finished, get our natural down as quickly as possible, get this wall up as quickly as possible. We want to make sure we don't deal with any type of like Ling type play, with kind of Ling Bane all-in type deal. And yeah, basically, I tend to go for a +1 type timing attack if he does go for this really, really, really fast 3rd base. But if he doesn't, this attack can sometimes still get a lot of damage done. Obviously, you will have to deal with a lot more defenses than I dealt with in this game. But basically, gonna just get in, keep moving on up, getting things going, and things are peachy keen. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about the build, what you guys have tried and are having trouble with, or successes that you had. I'd be more than happy to try some new builds for you guys and give you some different perspective. But overall, I find this type of build, especially on 2-player maps, to be quite effective. Just really easy to just basically swarm your opponent. I mean, you can see he's hovering lots of minerals, but that's mainly a function of he just doesn't have the larva to get rid of it, and Lings are not larva efficient, so roaches tend to be his unit of choice. So I think that's really all I've got, so I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like I said, feel free to leave any comments down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed, feel free to go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I come out with videos 2 times a week, and I believe that is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next game.